Hey guys, Chris here, aka bricknit, and welcome back to another Lego Mario video. Now, I've not done a Mario video for absolutely ages. If you guys didn't know, I basically bought every single one of Wave 1 of the Super Mario sets. I'll put a playlist up here if you haven't watched those. But basically, I absolutely love Nintendo IPs in general, and Mario is just one of those. Now, I know these ones really aren't the ones we wanted, they're not minifig scale, but I really do like the built characters, and I'm particularly interested with the Series 2 that got announced yesterday in the actual blind bags and how they relate to the characters. Now, when I first looked at these, a lot of these I was confused at what they even were, because Mario's spanned so many generations now that some of these are actually from the newer games. So I'm guessing a lot of you guys are also in the mindset of, I don't know what they are. So I thought I'd actually look at the in-game comparisons to these characters, what I think of them, and if I think Nintendo and Lego have really nailed the look of these characters. Okay, so starting off here, we have Para-Beetle. Now this one looks really, really cool actually. I love the new eye printing they've had for him. It makes it look more like the mushrooms, but I think that looks really, really cool. And if you look at the actual in-game version of him, it does look a lot like that character. I love the new printed shell piece. If you actually look closely, it has these new hole pieces on the sides for attaching the wings, which is really, really nice to see. And I believe this character is originally from Super Mario Bros. 3, so it's one of the older games, like 1988-ish time, which is pretty cool to see. And I don't know if this guy's been in recent games or not, but it's really nice to get a different variant of these beetles anyway. Really, really cool. Love this character. Next we have Foos. Now I had to look this one up because I didn't really know what this one was. I know it's obviously a cloud kind of character, but I was really unsure what this one was. And it's actually because it was first introduced in the new Super Mario Bros. U, which obviously is still an old game, so 11 years old, but I haven't played the Wii one that much. I'm more into the original Mario sets. But this guy looks cool nonetheless. As you can see from the actual version of him in game, it does look really, really similar to him. So I think they've done a pretty decent job here. I definitely think the top drink piece used as his mouth is really, really cool. And I love these rounded pieces. I think it does really add a lot of character to this character. Also looks like this one has a playability feature where you actually hit him from the back and he goes down, similar to the Fuzzy from Blind Bag Series 1. So that's really cool to see that introduced back into this Blind Bag Series 2 as well. Again, another pretty cool character. Next we have one of the ones that I'm not too keen on, just in terms of because it's a bit lazy in my opinion, but it is a Parachute Goomba, I believe it's called, which is basically one of the Goomba characters that we get a lot of in all the character packs, you know, in the actual expansion sets and stuff, but this one just has a parachute on his head. Now I think that is a unique print for the parachutes. That's pretty cool, you know, it's kind of nice, and it is from my favourite game, which is the Super Mario World ones, when they kind of just like float down. But as you can see here, I couldn't even find a decent render of the character in game because they are literally just a normal Goomba with a parachute on them. That is it, so there's not really anything unique. Two things that make this a little bit better is the fact that it's on the new poison biome, which is pretty cool. We don't get much poison stuff, so this is obviously for the new wave. So this one will go really nice with that Wiggly Worm set that's like £35. Also, it does have a new print for the Goomba face, so that's pretty cool. You can just add that onto normal Goombas if you want to mix up the look of your levels. But other than that, I think, yeah, they could have done a better character for this one. Next we have the Thwimps. Now, again, this is one that I hadn't really seen much of, but I absolutely love that printed face. It looks perfect like the one from in the game, and I think they've nailed this one really, really nicely. Also has a really nice brick piece on the back. That looks really cool as well with the longer brick versions. But again, really, really cool character. This one is from Super Mario World apparently, so I don't even remember this one, even though I love the Super Mario World game. But I'm sure if I saw it on screen, I'd be like, oh yeah, it's that one. Also, what's really interesting with this one is you can actually see in the Mario Wiki that this guy has also been in The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening on the Nintendo Switch. So this is kind of the first official Zelda thing we're ever getting. I don't think I'd see this as the first one, but that's pretty cool nonetheless. So really nice how obviously these things tie around, and it's probably just one of the grabber machine things that you grab from that game. But nonetheless, pretty cool to get him in this set. Next we have my favourite from the series, and that is the Ninji. This one looks absolutely wicked, and when I first saw it, I thought those buttons were like pig nostrils or something, but when I realised what it was, I think they've done a great job with this character. So this one's really cool because it was originally in Super Mario Bros. 2, and that's where I remember him from, when they're hidden in the dark areas and you can see them jumping through like Bowser's castle. That is awesome. But they're also apparently in the new Paper Mario, which I haven't played yet. So that's really cool because I know Bomb-On people loved from the first packs because he was Paper Mario. So if Paper Mario is still doing well, I don't know, then people are going to love this one as well because he's an old character and a new character. So that's really, really cool to see. I think they've nailed the print of the 2x2 tile on this character, and it's just great to get those legs in black as well, which will be very, very good for mocks and stuff. But yeah, ace one. Really like this one in the series. So next we have my favourite out of this pack, and that's because Dry Bones is one of my favourite characters of all time, but this is the basically Dry Goomba version, and it's Bones Goomba. This one is absolutely awesome. He's a fairly new character. I believe he's only in Super Mario Bros. 2, but he is wicked, and he's got 2 printed pieces, one tiny one on his stomach kind of bit to show his teeth, and the actual eye prints as well, which looks absolutely awesome. This one is a great one. I love getting the kind of bony, you know, the dead stuff version of Mario. I think it looks absolutely great. It works so well for Bowser's Castle stuff, so I think this one is absolutely awesome. Definitely my favorite one of these packs. Okay, so going from one of my favourite to one of my worst is this Spiny Cheep. Now, more the fact that it's not a bad version, it's from the Super Mario Bros. 3. It's more the fact that it's another Cheep. We already had the Cheep and the Eat Cheep. They're basically just different colour variants. And this one is, again, just another colour variant. Again, it's just a purple version with the wings on the sides, and he's basically just got like the little studs on the top to make it look spiky. But that is it. It's very, very similar to the other Eat Cheep and Cheep. So, bit again, missed opportunity, but it does have the thing where you can push him down again and jump on his head, so that's pretty cool that they're adding that playability into these characters. But yeah, this one's probably one of the worst ones in the set, in my opinion. So going on to another colour variant, we have the Poison Mushroom. Now this is pretty cool, but it's a bit interesting because obviously in the actual Mario games, when you hit a Poison Mushroom, it's usually bad. Usually either makes you small or you die and things. So really interested to see how they're going to use this with maybe that new Mario Maker where you can change up the level, like rules and stuff. Maybe these then make it good or something, I don't know. Really interesting. Cool to get this variant though. I absolutely love that. And it does look like he's got like evil eye print, which is pretty cool to see as well. And it is another poison biome, which is quite cool to get as well. So bit of a weird choice, but it is definitely a nice different colour variant, and I do like this one because the mushroom was actually quite hard to get. It wasn't that common. I think it was in a blind bag, and then one of the character packs, I think, might have been Guarded Fortress it was in. So yeah, it's pretty cool to get this one, definitely. Another cool one in the set, which has also been in the Wii games and the Mario Bros. U, which is the Huckit Crab. I really like how they've built the little crab pincer on this. I think this one looks absolutely great. Again, really clean and simple, but he's like, I don't know whether that's like a really small, just a non-print piece on his head or what, but I think it looks really, really cool with that eye piece. They've really captured that well with the printing, and I do really think the prints on these Mario characters, they've done a great job of kind of getting these brick-built, blocky-looking characters to look like the Mario ones. So yeah, he's definitely one of my favourites as well. I think they've done a really great job with this one. And then finally we have kind of another kind of lazy one, but it is cool for people, and that is the Fly Guy, who is basically just Shy Guy with a propeller on his head. Now, the reason I think this one's good is the fact that he was only in one of the sets before the Shy Guy was, and literally you can just take that propeller off and he's basically the exact same character, just change the stud in the middle to a tile, so you can get a lot of Shy Guys, which is really, really nice because he was in kind of an expensive set, which was that Barrage Bill one, which I think was probably one of the worst sets of Wave 1 in terms of the expansion pack. So it's really cool to get him. I think he's an awesome character, but it's a bit lazy because that's literally all he's got different by the looks of things. I don't know if his shoes may be a different colour here as well, but looking at the character, he's got purple ones and he's got blue shoes here, so I'm not too sure on that. I'd have to have a double check on my other character. But again, pretty cool character, a little bit lazy, but I think actually he's not too bad. So that is all the 10 characters in the latest Blind Bag Wave 2. They're coming out December 26th. I'm really excited for these in particular. Let me know in the comments down below if you're going to be picking any of these up, or you're going to be getting any of the new Wave, because there's 3 new sets and the weird Mario Maker set. Let me know what you guys think. Should I pick them up or not? I'm really not too sure at the moment because they're not great display sets, but I do know that you guys absolutely love those Mario packs, and I love collecting all the figures. The only one that doesn't have a new figure seems to be the Piranha one, which is like £25. I'm not too sure on that one, but I really do like the poison biome new one with the worm character. That looks really, really awesome. And also the new kind of starter pack thing looks really interesting as well, how you can mix up the level. But anyways, let me know your thoughts down in the bottom. Really do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like. If you loved it, then how about subscribe, and have an absolute awesome day. If you enjoyed the vid, then if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, as it really helps out the channel. And as always, keep bricking it.